I'm not sure what Zoom is doing. So we can try it again, but I'm afraid because we were at the point to create to move everything to production, right?
Yeah, as I spoke to Deborah yesterday, and she had the two options on her production dashboard. Obviously, she just had no way to test it. So I don't know how far we can get. Ideally, yes. Oh, she's online, so she'll be hopefully joining us. There we go. She's trying to get in.
Let me check. Participants. It's not yet in the. Probably did not see the Zoom link yet.
She might not have seen your email. Thanks, Relic.
Check if I see her. Oh, she's already in the call. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Sorry.
Morning, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Morning. I've been waiting for my computer to load up.
That's what I said.
Sorry
I thought.
about that.
Okay, we ready to start?
Yep.
Yes. I'm thinking where we left off. So last time we did the provisioning on the sandbox, right? So let me share my screen. Maybe we can get through the steps to see what. Nomad. Sandbox. Oh, okay. Yes. Because indeed we were still at the testing. And what we've done so far is indeed connecting OBN to the sandbox. We connected Evaluator to the sandbox, and now Mandate is active. Yes. And then there were some questions about creating the e-invoice, and that I believe you received some errors. So I took this role, the Nomad Shared Services team. Not sure if everyone who should create. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For production, because it had to do with permission. So one of the permissions was not set. So I can also look into that in production, because I believe it was just a checkbox which needs to be checked. Exactly, that was. So what I did yesterday is within this role, the shared services team, I created e-invoice of an invoice. And that was the problem, yeah. It's still loading. I'm not sure if this is a correct. Yeah, it's a correct Belgium customer. Probably, I'm not sure if it's an old one, but
I think that's an old one.
Yeah, it's not something we don't have any Belgian customers now.
okay. But you don't have any Belgium customers?
No, we just have
Only
Belgium
into
suppliers.
yeah, but usually it's only we only do intercompany invoicing between Belgium, like Belgium to Belgium.
Okay.
I think we have one a year we may have to invoice out, but it's not very common at all.
Obviously, it needs to work though.
Because you just
Yeah,
you never know, do you?
yeah. But if there's an old one, it doesn't just because this one
So you
was not
created the
working
invoice
yesterday, but
normally,
yeah.
and then you just
So
generate e-document.
yes, so there is some setup that needs to be done on the customer.
Okay.
So we have to tap e-document. The package needs to be selected, and the package contains the template.
Ah,
And my advice would be to check this box, because that means as soon as the invoice is created, it checks the package, and if there is only one of a outbound template available within this package, it automatically applies. It's not visible. Oh, this is because of the.
So how do you actually get to that screen that you're on there?
yeah.
I'm just wondering how you actually get to the page that you've got there.
So it's just the customer record, and then you've scrolled down and then gone across to e-document, then picked the package and
Yep.
ticked that box.
So this is just the customer record, yeah.
Yeah.
Customers. But just
Oh, so you've just found it in that list, right? Okay.
yeah, I've searched for a Belgian one, yeah. So that's how I found this one, Audimetal. And I have to check because maybe it's better to do it the other way around. So if you maybe can, so if you share your screen, create an invoice, so I can guide you through the steps. Because then I can also see which form you are using at the moment for an invoice, because there are a few forms. I'm not sure if I have chosen the right one, because I've updated one, but then I also changed it to the Belgium, because I believe there was also a Belgium form. Changed it to the Belgium form, but I did not update that form to see the e-document field. So I think it would be good if maybe if you share your screen, so I can see the role you're using, which forms you're using.
So
and I can also go.
if I go in to create an invoice now.
Yes. So can you share your screen? I stopped sharing.
Is this sandbox or production?
Sandbox.
So if I go to, because I would usually select billing, create invoices. So we're using the form Nomad Sales Invoice.
Okay, so that's the form you normally use for Belgium.
Yes,
Because
well,
saw
it's
that-
it's automatically defaulted to that, so I'm assuming that that's what we would use.
I think it's loading.
It is very slow. So I want me to create another invoice.
Yes.
Just create anything.
They received a pop-up that there is no stock.
I'll just put test on there.
Location is a mandatory field.
Oh, right, okay. I can't see what that's saying. What's it saying on the box? I can't see because my share box is over it and I can't move it.
It's saying
Please configure the inventory. Yeah.
Sorry.
The
Oh,
inventory
that's
detail,
because
yeah.
I picked the wrong thing. I'll pick something else because once you start selecting one of these, you need to put inventory and all sorts of things in. But that's not right, is it either? What can I invoice, Elizabeth? That doesn't involve inventory.
But an intercompany one would be a best idea because that's
But
what
would
you'd
that
be
work
doing.
on a normal customer? I don't know.
And we can also do
I'll
an
try it.
intercompany one, right?
Yeah,
So
I'll
then
try
I can
it.
also, what you also can do is change the customer to the inter. Let me just, and then you need a Belgium.
Yeah, so that's
I think that'll like
raised, isn't
that.
it? That looks all right. So
Yes, can you scroll down, please? Can you, because what's the tax code? Okay, tax code is SSBE. So one thing that also needs to be set up is if you can open. I'm not sure if you have the permissions to do, but there is some information that needs to be added on the tax code.
Should be able to change the tax code there.
Yeah, that's just the usual tax code that we would use in Belgium.
Okay, because I did the setup for S-BE and not for SS-BE.
That's well, the usual, as I say, the usual tax code would be SSBE, and that's on the supplier invoices that we get in. But if we bill anybody, it's usually intercompany, and so it doesn't involve VAT anyway. It would be EBE we would use anyway, because there's no VAT on. All of the invoices that we raise to the intercompany invoices don't have VAT on.
Yeah, exactly. But there is some setup that needs to be done on the VAT codes, replace current share. But let me show that. So if you have NetSuite under, I can pass it within this rule, accounting, setup taxes. No. So if you go accounting, Select country. Tax codes. Filter on the Belgian ones. Example, this one is the one I did. So there is a new field on the tax code record, and that's EI Pebble tax category. So I
So will we
did
need to
some
update
setup
all
for
of
the
our tax
standard
codes?
rate. For Belgium, yes, at the moment.
Well, we're
So
still
we have the
able to
SSBE, so the field is
select
still empty.
we still have the option to select SBE if we need to when we're changing the tax code.
Radek, can you make a note?
SBE is already there,
That we'll need to go in and update all of these tax codes.
but the suppliers. Well, I don't know what's happening with the tax codes now, but we always use SSBE on the supplier Belgium invoices. I don't
Obviously,
know
we just
whether we're
need to
going
add
to
it for this
change it.
PEPAL tax category, though. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
so it's
continue the
something.
same ones, but
Yeah, there is a code behind it. So this
Just
is
looking at
needed.
this. So I can change that
Um,
to SBE, no problem. It's there already.
Yeah, but I can also add it now for the standard.
It seems to be Rick, I think. Yes.
just whilst Rick's disconnected, Elizabeth, are we going, or I don't know if Radek, are we using Julie's checklist to go through the list of tests, or was it Colin that was keeping hold of it? I don't know if I've got a copy. Has he shared it in any of the calls or the meetings?
See if I've got the last. I do have one, but I don't know how up to date it is, I think.
Yeah, last one I've got from Monday, I think. Yeah, he sent it to us on Monday, Elizabeth, just if we can keep it.
Last full.
Yep, if we can just keep working down that, obviously once we've got this bit fixed, make sure there's nothing we've missed.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, my computer froze completely. I'm not sure what happened there. So yeah, we were talking about the tax codes. So I'm not sure if you changed it now, but I can also add the EI Pebble tax category to the SSBE tax code. So in the end, most of the time it's very easy. So you can see it already on the tax codes with which Pebble tax code you should select. You see it in the letters which are used within the tax code. She's still starting some things up. Yeah. So, Deborah, did you change it on the invoice you created?
Yes, I've changed it to SBE
Okay.
now.
Okay. Can you share your screen again? Okay, and yeah, so normally so everything is filled in. So if you scroll down and click on e-documents, in the
So what
blue
do I do?
bar, let me here,
Yeah, so up on
e-documents.
the grey line,
Oh,
Deborah.
there, right, okay.
So for this form, I already made the field visible, so you can indeed see it's standard selected, the Belgian PEPL e-document template. And yeah, I have some other fields with the status. If the customer also wants to receive a PDF, you can check the box on the customer level, but you could also check it here. So then there is also a PDF created. Yes, if you scroll up again, the next step would be clicking on Generate e-document. And here I received yesterday a timeout error. Let's see what it does now. Because do you know if there are many scripts which are running when an invoice is created or an invoice is changed? That's a question for you, Radek.
Yeah, I was going to.
You don't know, or okay. Let me check if there's something in the logs. That's good. Administratable customizations. Execution logs. Yeah, again, so usage limit exceeded. I logged a support case for it. So they are looking into it. I checked already some scripts which were running because I saw the WRM bundle does some things when saving. Insufficient permission unit. Okay. Yeah, so I logged that case yesterday. I will request an update today to see if there's any progress in it. Normally, if you click the Generate e-document button, if you scroll down and go to the e-documents tab, so which is please still open. It's a little bit more. You see your e-document audit trail, and then you can see what is happening. But it stays in transactions ready for e-document generation, so the script is not picking it up. Normally, you would see that the XML is generated, the e-invoice. The document status will change to ready to certify. And if you scroll up, there will be a button and it says certify e-document. And if you click that, it will be sent to Avalara, or to OBN and then to Avalara. But I'm not here. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is an old customer. Yeah, because form is the one you usually use. And you will use e-invoicing mostly for intercompany transactions, right? So there is a
Yes, yeah.
yeah. And that's for the branch.
Yes, that's for the
Oh.
Belgian branch. Paula, we're going, I don't know whether it was mentioned
Mhm.
to you that we need to check if we do actually need another PayPal account for the Belgian branch.
We do definitely need, so we should have a PayPal account for ND Belgium and for NDL. I don't know if Colin's mentioned that he should have done. Has he? Or
No, I haven't
he's not mentioned
been
it yet?
mentioned. No.
Yeah, I believe it's there was some email communication, right, or about it.
Yeah, so we need two accounts basically because we've got
Yeah.
two different legal entities that work in Belgium, two different tax IDs. So
Yeah,
we
you
just
have
need,
different tax IDs. Then I believe
yeah,
indeed you also need two PayPal IDs. Yeah.
yeah. So what do you need to set that up?
Yeah, and that was also a question we had, right? So
Yeah, so
I
we
did
so
some
it's
investigation, but I think in the end, the best way to do it properly is to create a subsidiary for the branch.
yeah. So well, we already have a subsidiary set up. It's just a separate. It's just so I guess we could just set it up for that subsidiary. So we have NDL set up, so Nomad Digital Limited set up as a subsidiary that has several branches.
Okay.
So I assume we could just set it up in general, and then it would work if we're sending anything out of the Belgian branch. Does that make sense?
But you'd need like a PayPal account
You need a
for the
PayPal ID for it,
Belgium, yeah, the ID for
NDL, yeah.
with the Belgian branch, like VAT number in,
Yes.
VAT registration number.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me share my screen. So if I go to administrator setup, company subsidiaries. And is that branch subsidiary is already in here, you said, or not? It's not, or
So it's Nomad Digital Limited. So further down, I just saw it there at the bottom.
oh, it's digital
Number 2, that would, so it's a branch of that.
Okay, but there is no subsidiary within NetSuite for the branch. It's just that.
Just set up at it. So subsidiaries Nomad Digital Limited. So are we saying it has to specifically be set up as a subsidiary for that branch? We can't just use that. And when we say setting up subsidiary, what does that entail? Is it just literally for this process, for this invoicing process?
Yes, yeah. So creating a new one, yeah.
Okay, but it's just literally for invoicing. That's what we're because obviously we don't want to create a whole new subsidiary in NetSuite, particularly. So it's not going to start coming up on reports as a separate subsidiary and things, or would it?
It would, yes. So you will see. Yeah, it depends on how you
So if
run
we're
the
running
report,
reports and things, yeah. So I need a So what would it entail? So if we set up a new subsidiary for this process, how else would it impact NetSuite? I guess is my question.
Yeah. So my question. So because I also have a question. Then sorry, because I'm thinking because you're using the branch right now. Does the branch also send an invoice to
We send
another?
invoices from the Belgian branch, Elizabeth, do we?
I'm trying to think which way around we do it. Deborah,
How
do we
do we
send
do?
into
No,
company
I don't.
from Belgium
You know
branch
what? I was trying to
and
think of that. No, we don't send anything from the
Belgium branch? We just
Belgian
send it
branch.
to.
No, it's either sent from Nomad Digital Limited. No, it's sent from Nomad Digital Limited, but the Belgium sends invoices to the branch.
Yeah, but
But
the
I don't
branch
think it's
doesn't
the other
send
way
anything.
around. I don't think we send anything out the other way
So it
around.
still need to be set up to receive then.
Yeah, Belgium
So-
branch needs to be able to receive invoices, but we won't really send any.
Yeah, so it should be able to receive. And now you send from from the Belgium subsidiary to the Belgium branch,
Mhm.
and on
But I mean, legally, does it not need to be able to send and receive? Is that not the requirement by the Belgian government? In case we ever did need to send anything, I guess they would never know, but I guess you have one
yeah,
PEPAL
so
ID.
you should should be able to send and receive, yes. But because my question is, how do you do the accounting for the
So
bread? Because
I
it's
guess
all
just
in the
set up as a
limited, right?
supplier. Are we set up as a supplier currently, Elizabeth? So there'll just be a supplier to Belgium. So that's how we'd
Mhm.
invoice to. If we're not invoicing from, then I guess we're not set. I guess we said just send them from the UK, do we?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have so many different customers, like for NDL, like Nomad Digital Limited, like split out into branches. So we don't just have one customer, Nomad Digital Limited. We have several. So
Yeah.
that's the way we do it.
So
Like
I think
by
in terms of
customer,
receiving it,
really.
yeah, we just set them up as a customer of Belgium. So that's how we receive. But then how do we? So is it the same? I'm assuming it's the same PEPAL ID for sending and receiving.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you would
So
probably
we need to
need
at
to have
least
a
set it up
separate,
to receive.
PayPal ID to send and receive. Even though we don't send
Receive.
anything, like once we've got a PayPal ID, I would imagine it's set up to send and receive.
I guess the key is to have the PEPAL ID in place by the 1st of January, so that we're compliant at least at that stage. So we have two PEPAL IDs at that stage, one for NDL and one for Belgium, and then we can get it working so we can receive, and then we'll have to have a look separately at how, if we in the future we need to send. I mean, ideally we'd be able to. We don't want to be in a situation where we all of a sudden we need to send an invoice and we can't. But I guess it would be like the last priority in terms of getting this set up.
Yeah, but if we do the setup, the setup is done, right? So then you are able to receive it and send it.
I'm just a bit concerned that we're going to muddy waters in terms of setting them up as
Mhm.
a subsidiary, and in terms of we're going to have all sorts on reports, and it's going to freak people out, and like it's just going to appear all over the place if we set them up like that. That's my concern. I don't know what the implication is in setting it up as a subsidiary. Is it going to then split out? I mean, I just don't know. I guess all the reports would come up with 0 on it, but it might mess around with scripts and things. I don't know. Because it's not a subsidiary, so in theory shouldn't be set up as a subsidiary. It's a branch.
Yeah, so it's not a legal entity, right? So
Yeah.
it's how you see that.
Not
It's
specific.
how you
No,
see the subsidiaries, right? It's
yeah. So
for
the
some.
subsidiaries are legal entities, and then that's just a branch of the subsidiary. So it's just a location for tax purposes, basically.
Yeah, because some of our customers don't see it as a legal entity. Yeah, sometimes it's not a legal entity. Sometimes it's also an accounting container, right? So if they want to create,
Yeah, the legal
but
entities, Nomad
but
Digital Limited. That's our main. It's a UK entity, but it has the Belgian, Austrian, Norwegian branches.
Yeah, so it is a legal entity, like registered with the Belgian tax authorities. There's Nomad Digital Limited Belgian branch.
I mean, I guess the key,
it is a legal entity.
plus the problem is we set up papillars on subsidiary.
So can
So
we set?
this,
So the question I'm asking is, can we set up the PEPAL ID on the Nomad Digital Limited subsidiary, even if it's linked to the UK address at the moment, or they could? I guess we have to register it with PEPAL, right? So we register with the Belgian address there, but then do we set it up in NetSuite on the UK address? I don't know what the implication.
I
I
wonder if
believe
we
that's
can
not
set it up
possible.
on the
Not
UK
possible
address
in
with the
NetSuite.
Belgian VAT registration number, maybe. I'm not too sure. We might
Uh,
need some advice.
I mean, if there's
No,
no other choice other than to set it up as a subsidiary, then we're going to have to set it up as a subsidiary. I'd just like to understand the potential impact that has on other reports. What else it's going to do in NetSuite. I mean, my guess is everything would appear blank on that subsidiary, or we could restrict where you can see it, but it's just I mean, so was that, so it's, you need to create it as a company within there. I guess we can do it in Sandbox, see what, and have a look. Like if you set it up in Sandbox, we could have a look and see what it does in Sandbox, and if it's going to, like, just a brief check to see what it looks like in reports, or if it's even coming up.
Yeah,
It
because
might just be another drop down in reports, and it's going to have nothing in it in theory. We'd still have to select it to post to it.
Mm.
So I guess it might just be an irritant more than anything.
It would come up in any consolidated reports, you know,
Yeah,
if you
but it
did
should be
like Ulster
well. It probably
consolidated or
won't,
whatever.
because it'll be zero balance, Deborah. So it probably just, because I
Yeah,
think
if
a
it's
lot
got
of our
zero
reports,
balance, that's true.
a
Yeah,
lot of our
yeah.
reports are set up to just ignore zero balances. So it should be
But
fine. Just don't like.
will the transactions will go through on that subsidiary though, Paul, because that's where we would have to send the invoices and things. Is that
So we might have to
right?
just, it might have to set something up to journal them out of that subsidiary. Well, you can't journal them because it's an illegal entity. This is the problem. So if we set it up and it posts things to that legal entity, you can't just, you'd have to do an intercompany journal to clear it down. I mean, it's a legal requirement, so we're gonna have to find a solution, but
I wonder if we could maybe try just setting one up with the Nomad Digital
because you're
Limited
gonna have to intercompany
with the
journal it out every,
Belgium.
you're gonna
Yeah.
have any invoices that then come in, you're gonna have to intercompany journal out at the before the end of the month to clear it out of the Belgian subsidiary into the proper UK subsidiary. I mean, it's not that much. I don't know what the volume's like. It's not that much volume, right? I guess is it when goods go to, we transfer goods from the Belgian warehouse to the UK or somewhere for NDL.
Yeah, it's just kind of the transfer of goods, isn't it? But I mean, we do the intercompanies quarterly, so it's not like a monthly thing. But
So is it
It would be
literally,
an extra step, wouldn't it?
is it literally just in the company we have this for?
yes, it's
So,
only intercompany. We don't invoice out of Belgium except for intercompany. That's
right. So I guess
that.
the key at the moment is to just have the Peppol ID registered. Is that something you can
Would
do,
we
Rick?
need to set up like another
And then we can make a decision on the
account?
subsidiary. Well, it's probably gonna have to do it, but I'd like to get Julie's input.
Yeah, I think we probably need.
But I guess just as of 1st of January, if we have a Peppol ID in place, we know it's not going to fall foul of not working because we trigger the invoices.
Yeah, and I think the problem is because you request your Peppol ID when you connect to Avalara and you ask for permissioning for
So can we
provisioning.
set, and we have to,
And-
in order to connect, do we have to have it set up in NetSuite? If we do, we're just gonna have to set it up.
Yeah, yes, because if we take the limited, it's connected to the UK, and I believe it won't, because that's
Yeah.
so it's already in the UK then, and I believe you won't be able to give it a
Can we
Belgium VAT
set
number.
it up so it's working in Sandbox and get the Peppol ID? And not necessarily move out of production at the moment. So we set up a subsidiary in Sandbox.
But
Get the Peppol ID.
would we need another account? You know how we've had to set
Yeah,
up an account with Avalara? Will we need
yeah, that's
another
what I'm
one
saying.
to
We'll need
set up
another
another
account.
Peppol
So what I'm saying
ID?
is, at the moment, until I think we're going to have to do this, but like I say, I'd like to get Julie's input. But can we just set it up in Sandbox? That would enable us to get an account, right? Right?
Because I'm thinking, so Avalara is not a problem, but OBN is. Because when you connect, and you first need to connect the subsidiaries on production with OBN,
Right.
and then if it's an OBN, we can
I
add
mean, if
them
there's
in
no,
Sandbox. So I'm not sure.
if there's nothing else we can do, we'll just have to set it up as a subsidiary. It's just like I say, I just need to understand the implication of that, but we'll have to do that at our end. I think it should be fine. I think it's just like I said, if we have to post to this subsidiary, then move it across. But then I guess it's already a legal entity, right? So it's just the way we have it set up in NetSuite. I'm just worried I'm not thinking of something. That I'm missing something. I can't see a major issue with it other than it's going to make things a little bit messier. But if we legally have to do it, I don't see what option we've got. If we can't, there's definitely no way we can set it up
Yeah.
on NDL because that's listed as a UK entity in NetSuite. So then NetSuite wouldn't accept it basically. Does NetSuite look to see if the entity's located in Belgium?
Yeah, Avalara does.
Oh,
So
right.
do we have? Can we show it? Yeah, I
And
think so.
sorry, I've missed somebody's call. So Avalara, that's the system that links into NetSuite directly, is it?
No, it's so NetSuite is linked to OBN, and OBN is Oracle Business Network, is linked to Avalara, and Avalara
Right.
is used to connect to the Peppel network.
Okay. I get you.
And there are, there are, I think a handful of providers which can connect to the Peppel network. It's not
Yeah.
something that you can set up on your own.
Yes, Avalara sends the data from Pebble and then OBN converts it into NetSuite's format.
Yes.
So basically, yeah.
You know, Paul, we should have had Katrine on the call because she would know more about the Belgium account
Well, I
probably
mean,
than anyone.
it's not. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, right? It's not set up as a subsidiary. It's set up as a branch, which basically just means it has an address.
But if it's a legal entity in Belgium, it must be set up
It has
with
to
the
be a legal
Belgium
entity to have a
address. I
valid
think it
ID.
must be. I
But
think it
if it
must
has
be
a
set up with the Belgium address though as well.
yeah, it does have a Belgian address. Yeah, if it has a, but the problem is it's like at the NetSuite level, we can only set this up at a subsidiary level. We can't set it up at branch level. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to make like almost like a virtual subsidiary, and just like it's still not. There's no legal change. It's just the way we're treating it in NetSuite. But we're going to have to anything that's posted there, we're going to have to move over via the company journals before the end of the month. Basically, or basically as soon as I don't know if it's something we can automate. We can
We
automate
probably
it.
need to check that out first.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud now, but what if? Yeah, so I think something which we could do is create a production Belgian branch connected to OBN. It does not need to be in the limited yet, right?
Well, I
but
mean,
we
in theory,
create it and then we can put it on inactive. So
Yeah.
then it's in OBN, we have an account for it, but in the production, it's inactive.
I guess we still need to. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the legal requirement for it, but I guess we'd still need to be receiving invoices with it. So I guess we'd still have to receive. Would we still have to have a?
Yeah. So, but if we can do the setup, then right. So if we create a subsidiary,
I mean,
connects to OBN, ask for
Yeah.
connects to Avalara, then we have the Peppel ID, right?
Yeah, but so my thinking is that we're going to get external stuff through the Pebble ID straight away for Belgium. We're not going to get anything external for the branch, but we still need a Pebble ID because we could still get the £1,500 fine or whatever it is, or €1,500 fine if
Yeah, we do.
if we're not set up and we don't have the Pebble ID. So I think if we can get that Pebble ID in place, so that sounds like it would work. If we made it and then it made it inactive, and then we can look in January at how we go about setting this up properly, or what our options are. The key is having Belgium working, but we still need we're also having the Peppol ID in place for the UK or for the UK entity with the Belgian branch.
Yeah, and in the end, there should be more options, right? So if you have the PEPL ID, then you add that to the UK limited, but there is only one field for it, right? So if in the future there are other, because you also have other branches, if I understood correctly.
Right, and you're saying like, is PEPL likely to cover? Because I know Germany went live last year, but Belgium's kind of the second one or third one. Are all of the other European entities likely to be using PEPL as well? Are they or France, for
Germany is
example?
not using PEPL at the moment, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure which countries you are active at the moment, but yeah, I
So I
know
know we
that
have a German e-invoicing solution, but I don't think it's I think you have to have the solution available. It's not like enforced like it is going to be with Belgium. You just have to have the option. I think you can still send paper invoices.
yeah.
But I know that I think this is the plan Europe-wide. So is what you're saying, say if we've got we've got a Norway branch, for example, say Norway went live with this, and would they likely to be to use PEPL as well, and therefore we couldn't have the two PEPL IDs in the one UK entity. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I guess we could cross that bridge when we come to it. I think we need a better solution anyway. I mean, we are looking at whether or not we can close some of the branches. So it might be that we can maybe be streamlining in the meantime anyway. But yeah, if we ultimately, if we can before January the 1st, we can find a way to get a PEPL ID for that entity and get the Belgian one working. That's the key. That's kind of like where we need to be at.
Yeah, because we do actually get some invoices in for the Belgian branch as well. RSM is one of them that comes in for the Belgian branch. So we need to be concerned that, that we've got it set up in time.
Okay. So we need a Belgian branch set up as well, is what you're saying. It has to be set up as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
With a PEPL ID, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess they still need to be able to send it. If it doesn't work, then the invoices would get stuck, and then we wouldn't be paying it, and then we wouldn't be compliant anyway, because we'd have to say, oh, sorry, we didn't get your invoice because it didn't work. I don't even know if there's any like received reports and things that go via the network, so they would probably know it wasn't working. We just have to set them both up then. We just have to set up as a subsidiary.
I mean, I don't know how it works. I mean, obviously the supplier must do a search. They must search for us in the system to send an invoice. I'm assuming that's how it works.
Deborah, do the RSM invoices arrive at on a regular basis at a particular point in the month?
They
No,
don't
not
tend to link to tax,
yeah.
tax returns, things like that, so they're likely to be quarterly.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know the ones that are coming in for NDL because I don't do the UK side. I only see the ones that are coming in for Belgium because sometimes they invoice Nomad Digital Belgium, and then other times they'll send an invoice to Nomad Digital Limited, but with the Belgium branch VAT registration number.
Okay.
Right, we'll have to set both up as a subsidiary. Let's get Belgium working, because obviously we're taking a lot of this time up. We're nearly finished, aren't we? We're taking a lot of the time up talking about this. Let's take this, but I'll take this offline, and let's make sure we at least get Belgium working.
Okay, so focus is then on not on the branch, but on the Belgium company.
Let's focus on getting Belgium working, and then in theory, once that's working, we know exactly what we need to do to get the other one working anyway.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So and for the Belgium one, problem is for generation. Yeah. So that somehow it's errored out due to usage limit exceed. I logged, yes, like I said, I logged the ticket at support.
Like storage issue, maybe. Seems strange. I'll use the script a certain number of times. Or could it be running in the background, maybe? Again, so it can't run twice at the same time. I don't know. It seems weird.
We have checked what runs, right, when we so for example the WRM invoice warranty reaches, and I undeployed it on the sandbox, tried it again, but still I've received the same. Oh,
And you haven't seen this
Invoicing.
before when you've, I mean, I'm assuming you're live with other clients. It's working with other clients, okay.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this ever.
Okay. I mean, it's no
So, and
mad.
it could be something environment specific, right? So that indeed there is a script running which uses a lot of concurrencies,
Mhm.
but I don't see it. So
Yeah,
I've
I don't
checked
think we've
it.
got a massive amount of scripts that I'm aware of. Radic,
Um,
do you know of anything? Is Radic still on? Yeah, do you know anything that's running? I can't even think of any scripts we've really got. We've got a custom GL plugin, but that's a plugin and it only runs 3 or 4 times a day, or maybe it's even less.
yeah, and these are the scripts which are running, and a lot of them are connected to bundles.
Let's see.
And a transfer order button, but yeah, that's not something which really routes transaction. And these are also installed with e-invoicing, electronic business, and location field manager user event.
Could it be something that we're in the process of using for like on a different project or something? It's just in Sandbox. We haven't got it in production yet.
Yeah,
Did you
it's related to the sandbox, but yeah, I also don't see any schedule scripts which are running or map reduce scripts. So, because it said usually it's limit exceeds script error limit exceeds beat error script execution use limit exceed error. It does not say much, but yeah, there was
Is it
also
just the
compute
volume of
data trigger
scripts?
plugin.
The volume of
This is-
scripts that are running, maybe? I'm not an expert by any stretch of imagination, but I mean, just with it saying
yeah, it could
usage
be. I
limit,
believe
and
it's the
what is the use of the memory, or like what is he using too much of?
sure if it
It
was.
couldn't be linked to Deborah's ID. Like
No, yeah, I tried it yesterday. I also tried it in the
and you got the
administrator
same
role.
error. So the same
Same
message.
error.
Okay.
And normally you could say it could be possible that there are some scripts which are just running for
A period of time, like at
some,
the moment, yeah.
yeah, for some roles, right?
Mhm.
So then for administrator role, maybe everything is running.
Did
Because
someone
most of the
did you say that you tried it in production and it worked in production, or
I did not try it in production
no?
because production is not connected to Avalara
Yeah,
yet.
that's cool. That's what I would expect. Are we? I'm just conscious of it. I don't know how long this meeting was set up for. Was it just an hour?
An hour, yes.
Yeah, I'm
So
conscious. Are we likely to get? Because I know there's another meeting set up for in 2 hours' time. Are we likely to get this fixed in the next 2 hours? Is there some way we can escalate that fix with NetSuite, or at least get escalate an answer from NetSuite? Maybe ring them, or I know you're probably pretty busy.
yes, I can try to escalate it.
I'm just obviously if it's not fixed, there's no point in having that call in 2 hours' time if this isn't fixed. If we can't have if it's not fixed in 2 hours' time, I guess could you maybe use that time to set up the subsidiary for the Belgian branch? What would you need for us to do that? Like in the sandbox? What information would you need to do that?
Yeah, standard subsidiary information.
So just
So
name,
address,
address.
name, yeah.
Okay. VAT number, etc. Deborah, can you get that for the Belgian branch?
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah, I'll dig it
Just
out.
literally, so it'll be listed under. I guess it'll just be under like a customer account. All that information will be there. It just literally is if you send Rick a screenshot or a download of a customer account, so we can copy and paste. I don't know if you know if you can
Well,
download it.
this one, right? Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, that'll be the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it then. It should have the VAT, yes, the VAT registration numbers there as well.
Yeah.
I have to go. I'm so sorry. I've got a call that I can't miss at 10. But just let me know if I
No,
need
that's
to
fine. I think
come
we're
back
gonna.
on.
I think we're gonna have to drop out. I mean, Rick's got stuff to do anyway,
Yeah.
but I think we're gonna have to drop out and work out.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get back on at 12.
Okay, thank
One for
you.
Rick.
I've got to go.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
bye.
Bye.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Right, I guess we may as well end this call at the moment then. See if we can get a response back from NetSuite in the next 2 hours. And then if in the meantime, if we can't, let's just get a subsidiary set up. So I guess you could still set the subsidiary up in production and get the PEPAL ID.
Yeah, we don't have to request the PEPAL ID yet. Yeah,
the
question is, do you want it already? Have it in production, PEPAL ID?
Did you say you could make it? What did you say you could make it inactive straight away?
The only thing we have to do, I think what's the goal?
I mean, just
do
to
you
have it
want
just been
to have
registered. So we just want to. The goal is that we're registered prior to the 1st of January. So I don't know what the fine is based on. So we have to be set up and registered by the 1st of January, right? Otherwise, you get fined.
I believe
in
yes
theory.
and no. So because there is some periods, I believe, until March.
Right.
So if you did everything to set it up, but it's not set up yet, then
Right.
there
There's
is
a
some
leeway,
grace
period.
periods
Okay.
until
Do you have
April.
Do you have any documentation that would show that, just so I can take that to our FD and just say, look, this isn't
Yeah, I can.
this isn't as urgent as it appears. We're not going to be like working on Christmas Day to fix this because we've got a grace period till April. Even if it's just a download or a link to a site I can pull it from.
Yeah, I had it.
Because I think that's the panic, right? That we have this set in place. But if we've got it, I mean, we don't want to be using the full grace period, but if we've got a grace period and we're busting a gut, having 3 calls a day or whatever, or 2 calls a day right before Christmas to get it sorted out, and then we have a grace period until April.
Yeah,
I think we could
probably
back
just
off it
need
a
to
little bit.
concentrate. I mean, as long as we've got the main Belgium one set up, just concentrate on that.
Concentrate on getting that working. We can worry about NDL in April. You don't have to send me now, Rick. Just like
I already found something, but it's saying it's still draft, but Belgium draft law confirms e-confirmation grace period and clarifies the scope of mandate for none. So there is something about the grace period in it. Scope. But they were, I believe, somewhere around the 3rd, Belgian government December 3rd submitted a draft law. Which, yes, but I have to go. I have another customer waiting.
Okay, no, it's fine. Let us know if it's not fixed before 12, or we can have a quick catch up then anyway, even if it's not fixed.
Yes, we'll do that.
Script.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Rick.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.